What's up, people? I'm Dr. Klob, and I'm making an Overwatch video today. You're going to be watching me play an entire round of Escort as Soldier 76. Now, Soldier 76 is kind of like the standard character. If you're coming from a game like Battlefield, you're going to feel right at home with Soldier 76. He sprints, he has a grenade launcher, he has an assault rifle, and he can heal himself and other people. He's a really easy character to jump in and play as, and he's really the only one that I can do decent at. There's a huge variety in characters, and they all have different abilities, and it's going to take a lot of practice for me to get good with them. Right off the bat, there are characters that I just absolutely despise playing as, and there are a few that are fun for me right away. But I have to admit that I've never played a game like this before. I've really only played standard shooters where you just have a gun. There are characters that are so fucking weird that I just can't be effective as them. And that brings me to one thing I wanted to talk about a little bit, are the support characters. The support characters are pretty weak when it comes to actually fighting people, and I hate that. I understand why it is that way, but I hate it. When I'm playing as support, I feel like I'm not being effective whatsoever, especially when my teammates are running in one at a time and getting killed before I can heal them or do anything useful. And then when anybody attacks me, much less if 2 or 3 people attack me, I'm just instantly dead. There's nothing I can do to fight them. Now, of course, if I practice more, I can get better. So nothing I say here is set in stone. I haven't practiced that much. I haven't studied the details. I haven't played games like this before, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm just going off of my impressions of playing this game for a few hours. With that said, overall, I'm dissatisfied with the support characters. I don't like playing them that much, and I don't think they're all that helpful. But they can be if you work as a team, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I didn't play one round where anybody was using the voiceover IP to talk. Occasionally someone would type something. This is a teamwork game, but it's super fast-paced, and if you're just running around doing your own thing along with the other 5 people on your team, you're not going to be playing together as a team that much. You're not going to be that effective. But if you have, say, a healer and a tank working together, and then a couple offensive players like flank, there's potential for all kinds of amazing, powerful teamwork. But in my experience, playing with just random people, it never happened. Now, I didn't get a chance to play this with anybody that was actually communicating. I didn't get a chance to play this with any of my friends. So I think once I start experiencing that teamwork, it's going to be a lot more fun. But trying to play a support player with a bunch of random people who aren't letting you heal them and aren't working together, it's extremely frustrating. And overall, I found it extremely frustrating to be anything except for an offensive player. Now, there are 2 offensive players that are really good, Pharah and Soldier 76. So like I said before, Soldier 76 is like a basic soldier. If you're coming from a game like Battlefield, you can use him easily. And Pharah can fly up in the air, and her primary weapon is a fucking rocket launcher. So it's like really easy to just destroy people and get kills, and their special abilities are easy to use as these 2 characters. There are some that are a lot harder to use, but overall, if you just want to jump in and be effective, you can be one of those 2 offensive characters, and it's not that hard. There are other characters, especially, like support and tank characters, that are really hard to use right off the bat. Now, maybe it's mostly just me because I've never played games like this before, and I didn't take time to practice everything. But, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like me when they jump in the game. And that brings me to something else I wanted to talk about. There's a really cool training system right away. It felt fun because a lot of times when I do the training mode in a game, it's boring and stupid. This wasn't like that. It's straight to the point. It's kind of fun. It's interesting to be in there. Then there's a training area where there's all kinds of bots you can shoot against, and you can practice every single ability with every single character. And this is really cool, because if I was actually going to buy this game and play it online and try to be good, I would practice all the moves, I would memorize them, I would memorize all the specials and what they can do. So before I used the character, I would know everything about it. That's cool. And there's also a mode where you can play with AI. So you're playing with 5 other teammates versus AI. And that's also a good way to test out new heroes without getting your ass kicked. Since this was just a beta, I didn't do it that much because I just wanted to jump in and play multiplayer. But if I bought the game, I would practice a lot before jumping in with a new character, because I've just been getting destroyed every time I switch to a character that's like not normal. Like if you're shooting a really weird weapon and you have really weird abilities, I just couldn't adjust to it very well. Let me talk about the maps for a second. The maps are very colorful, cool looking. They're designed for the specific game mode, and they funnel the action. There are some flanking routes, there are some differences in elevation and all that. For the most part, I find the maps absolutely fine for the game modes. It focuses the action. The game modes themselves focus the action. It's only 6 on 6, but it's a very fast-paced game, and you always know right where the action is. So I like that about it. There might be some balance issues, like I said, with Farah being so good, and what's his name? Bastion. He's a defensive character that can like turn into a mounted turret, and it's just extremely powerful and it shreds everybody. There's some defensive and offensive characters that are just really good, and it seems like there's some tank characters that just destroy everybody, and some other tank characters that aren't that good and no one ever chooses them. But that kind of thing can all be balanced out down the road. It's not terrible as it is. At the end of the game, there's a play of the game, and a lot of the time it's the same 2 or 3 characters that get it every single game. I do like the scoring system. It's not about your kill-death ratio or your overall number of points. They break it down into categories, and then at the end of the round, you can vote for whoever you thought did the best, and they'll get highlighted. It's just a cool scoring system. You'll be able to see it before you play the game. It's in the video, but that was like 3 minutes ago. When I first looked at this game, I thought it was way too cartoony and cheesy and fast-paced and just like a mindless shooter. But as soon as I started playing it, I realized that there's infinite potential when it comes to teamwork and using your abilities wisely. It reminds me of Battlefield in that way, in that you can do all different kinds of things. It's never going to be the same thing over and over again. You can use your abilities in unique ways and make really cool, awesome plays that you've never done before, and I like that about the game a lot. I realized that I liked it in that way instantly upon playing it. It's just really fun to jump in and start playing. With all that said, I still have to admit though that I like a game like Battlefield 4 or the upcoming Battlefield 1 way more than a game like this. There's just so much more to it. There's more to do. It's not so fast-paced and twitchy. I like that about Battlefield. So Battlefield 4 is already old. I might get this game and I might play it for fun, but I can't see myself taking it really seriously and making very serious videos about it because of that. I just think Battlefield has so much more that I like in a game, and this, it can be really fun and complex, but it's not as fun as Battlefield for me. However, I'll be able to tell for sure once I get a chance to actually play with some teammates, because it could be 10 times as good as I think it is now once I'm actually working with other people. What about the graphics? Well, I think the graphics look very good. It's cartoony and it's colorful, but everything is crisp and clear. I was running it on Ultra, and I was getting about 90 frames a second most of the time. So that's how it was. Overall, the game feels really polished already. Everything seems to work aside from some balance issues and from a lack of actual teamwork, because in a fast-paced environment, everybody just wants to jump in and try things. They're not actually working together as a team. But despite those things, It feels like a super polished game that works really well right out of the box, and that's good to see. I've never done a video like this before, so this is kind of an experiment for me. Let me know if you have any questions about the game. I might be able to answer them. There are probably people that have made videos 1,000 times better than my own out there about this game, and this was the open beta that I played, but there has been another couple of betas that were out previously, so games or videos about this game have been out for a long time already. So there's a lot of stuff out there if you're interested, but here's my video on it. So I think that's all that I can cover for right now. Let me know if you have any questions. Please like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment letting me know if you like this kind of thing or if it was a waste of time. Let me know. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far in, I had no intention of this video being this long. I thought I was going to make all my commentary in like 5 minutes. So, well, that's it for now, and see you next time.